So we are here today for our annual managers meeting, but what is special about today is that we also have some guests coming in to surprise Alan to help us celebrate his 70th birthday. Thank you, Alan, for all that you do for DSI. We truly appreciate you.
The reason I want to interrupt him is he was talking about, should have done this, should have done that. And a true leader doesn't always know what influence and impact they've had on, can you tell Stacy to come in here? And we really want to talk about the influence that we've all had. And I told these guys, before, you really have to be thick-skinned because we're going to get up here and let you guys tell us what kind of leaders we are first. But I got to thinking to myself, Alan doesn't need to talk about himself. Let's hear from people that actually know firsthand the influence that Alan's had on the industry and to celebrate his 70th birthday. So stand by.
I don't talk about myself. I got a lot to tell y'all. Hope this ain't no birthday party thing.
So we've got a couple of people that can really talk about the influence that Alan's had on the industry. All right, we'll do all the hugging and kissing, and then we'll get back to the program.
Lord, mercy, man. Y'all gonna make me cry. That's the goal. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Thank you.
Want us back here? Some of you don't know these folks, but they're very great friends of Alan, very influential in the industry. So I'm going to ask them to come up and just say a few words about what Alan has meant to them. First is going to be Steve Amate with NASCO.
Thanks, Eddie. And Eddie, you're a great guy too. So I'm Steve Amate. I'm the Executive Director of the National Association of Security Companies. We're the National Trade Association for the contract private security industry. And one of our most valued members for now close to 20 years has been DSI. And we're pretty selective. We don't just accept anyone as members. It's Allied, Universal, Securitas, some of the other larger companies, but we have small companies too. And I first met Alan, I think it was, they joined NASCO in late 2007, and then we were down at like a NASCO retreat, we called it the CEO's Roundtable, and remember it was in Florida with the alligator on the golf course. And Alan and I think we were sharing a card or something, and I just got to know the guy. I mean, for the first, let's say, hour, I didn't understand a word he was saying. But I think, you get a lot of those stories. But, over the years, now decades, Alan's like, he's got a lot of gravitas, Alan. You know what that is? It's not cured salmon, that's Gravlox. He's got gravitas, which means like a seriousness, a dignity, a purpose. And without a doubt, Alan Clark has that. I always kind of thought, do what you say you will do. I thought that was kind of, it's interesting, but he does. And he embraces that motto that DSI has. And, getting them to know Marty and Devers and Boyd, even Mary Neal, we come and we visited with Alan, we've stayed with their place down in Panama City Beach, and he's more than just like, professional colleague and someone in the industry that I really admire, but he's also a good friend. And you guys are lucky to have someone like that at the top of the organization. Because, there's a lot of security companies out there. I've seen a lot of these executives, and I put Alan at the very tippy top in terms of, being like a great boss and a great guy. And so Alan, Charlene, and I are very happy to be down here, to celebrate your whatever this is, because I don't see this guy going away, do you? Yeah. But with that, I will turn it over to Jim McNulty, who's the chairman of NASCO and an industry legend himself.
never thought I'd get to Dothan, Alabama. Never. We were driving up from Florida. I've been to Italy. There's more churches here between Florida and Dothan than I've ever seen. Not one of them's Catholic. And congratulations, you're now the second oldest guy in security business. I think.
Anyway, you're the third.
I know. Believe me, I know. It's really a pleasure to be here. I met Alan 20-some years ago, and it took me a while. I also didn't know what his name was. I heard there was an L in there and maybe an RK or something, but I was kind of embarrassed, and I met his lovely wife a few minutes later, and she said, "Hi, I'm Marty Clark." And I said, "Who are you here with?" She said, "Oh, Alan Clark." I said, "Ooh, that's his name, Alan Clark." No idea. Anyway, to reiterate what Steve said, Alan is not only a great friend and a lot of fun to be with, but he really does. Leadership lessons. He is a real leader. He's the true, he can take a complicated problem and break it down to the simplest solution that I've ever seen quickly. And that is a real asset and one that we're really grateful for in the business. He's been a great contributor to all of us. And I hope you all realize how great we think you have it. Thank you very much, Alan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Murray. I'm the CEO of Covenant Aviation Security. So, first, my wife, Patricia, and I always have to get that out of the way first because I usually screw that up. So, make sure I did that. We're very happy to be here. So, I'm a relative newcomer to security. I joined Covenant Aviation Security in 2012. And one of the first things, went down to a NASCO conference in Fort Lauderdale. And this guy's sitting next to me at the book, and I see his name, and I don't know anybody in the industry. So I checked the roster. It's Alan Clark from Dothan, Alabama. And I go, well, unlike everybody else, I have been to Dothan, Alabama many times. So early in my career, I worked for Globe Motors. So I don't know if any of you know that, but we've been a company with manufacturing for a long time. So we started talking, and as you know, Alan is an easy guy to talk to, right? You get a few words in. And I actually did understand you. So that was probably one of the reasons we hit it off. So it was good. So we've had a lot of fun together. There's some differences in the security. We're in a different market than your business is, but we're very similar. Our company and Alan's, in that we are a medium-sized, privately held, family-owned company, and we found a lot of commonality in terms of how we value customers, how we value our team, the employees, and the business in general. So we've had a lot of fun over the years. He and I have been known to shut down the bar most of the time, right? But Marty usually says goodnight to us, and then we kind of say we're going to leave, and we never do. So we really have had a great time getting to know Alan, and he's one of those, as what a number of people have said. The thing about business that you value most over the years, and I've been in business for a long time, is the relationships that you get. And it's the friendships you get, whether it's customers, in this case quasi-competitors, whatever, but that's the stuff you never forget. And we've been very fortunate to meet Marty. My wife and I get along with both of you, Eddie and Stacy, wherever Stacy went. So we really look forward to the time we go to, only see probably once a year, but it's a fun week and a memorable week. So I just want to wish you the best and thank you for everything. And both of us really value the friendship we have with you. So wish you the best with whatever that is.
I'm not as glib as the other guys, so I had to write stuff down. But first off, Eddie, wherever he is, with Eddie, you had said something that was almost there. You said in February you had this epiphany after going to NASCO that you had people that really cared about and cared a great deal. The real reason I'm here is that Saban canceled out. He was supposed to speak this morning. I'm happy to fill in for him anytime. I could go into all the beautiful things and honor Alan, what a privilege it is to be here, because it is. You work for him, you're a friend, you're associate with Alan, and we're in the family for over 20 years. As a matter of fact, when we first met, Mary Neal was sleeping in our conference room. I think she was 15 or 16 at the time. Don't act surprised, like you don't remember. But she was with her dad on a business trip, learning the business, and happened to nod off during that presentation. I've not forgotten. You know, it's not hard to see why people are here. It's not hard to see why people would gravitate to Alan. Right? He's friendly, he's affable, he's easy to talk to. A lot of great qualities. His loyalty is certainly one. And when I was thinking about all the events and impactful moments I've had with Alan, starting with the religious event which you guys call football, I was invited to Tuscaloosa and had a weekend. I didn't even know that we'd spend the whole weekend for a game. But what was super interesting about the day, other than what I learned about this football, was that under one of the hospitality tents was one of my idols, which was Derek Jeter. And of course, Alan takes me right off the tour. I'm in the King's Mansion, and I'm looking all around, and calls me down from the top dock, and he says, "You got to come down. There's another Yankee here." So that was wonderful. My favorite, though, is when he sent Eddie to come visit us through a software provider for the security industry to fire us. And that was kind of interesting because Alan waited about 3 or 4 days before he called us up and said, "Eddie told me, and that's why he's here. Just want you to know it's not going to affect our friendship in any way." And that meant really a lot to me. And Eddie, you're a good answer. And what really moved me, though, when I was thinking about attending, and it really did move me, and I'll try to get through this part because it really means a lot to me, is that Alan reminds me of my dad. My dad and I had a partnership for 14 years. He was my best man. And what was special and why it hit me is that when you're around Alan, he makes you feel like you can do things. It makes you feel like you can be a better person, a bigger person. And I know that's true of his family members. I'm certain that's true of his associates. And I wanted to finish with this because I think it's super important, which is why you're all here. Having worked for 14 years, my dad calls me in one day and he said, "You know, we've got a family business and we've got 50 employees, a lot of responsibility, and it's always hard to walk that line between, you know, separating business and your family." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" So our business was growing, and we brought in a professional advertising agency, and they said, "We want to interview people." So I said, "Sure, you can talk to our suppliers and associates, etc." And my dad was leading me the way, and I thought this is really great. And he said, "Well, there's one other interview to do." And he said, "What's that?" I said, "With your mother." I said, "With my mother?" I said, "Mom doesn't work in business." And the reason he did it, and the reason why our quote still lives in this brochure from the 1980s, is because the ability to cross over and treat your family as family and treat your business like family is really a treat. And I'm sure that you guys feel that. I certainly know I feel that as a partner to your organization. I think that's really super special. And so Alan, I'll leave you with one of my dad's favorite quotes, and I know it resonates with you. "Many men get to realize their goals, very few get to realize their dreams." And I believe that's Alan's motto. So thank you all for having us.
Thanks, Jeff. And if everybody wants to make their way, we're going to show a video here in a minute, so you'll be able to see that. But we're not done yet. And wanted to first of all thank these guys so much. When I reached out to them and said, "Hey, I've got this crazy idea," everyone immediately said, "What day, what time, we'll be there." We could talk about leadership all day long. That's your lesson in leadership, the impact and the influence on other people's lives. And have one last thing that we want to show Alan to really commemorate the 70 years he's been on this earth and the impact that he's had on so many people. So just sort of sit back, get comfortable, let's take a journey through how Alan's influenced a lot of people.
Hi, Alan. Gary Cootie here. I wanted to be one of the first ones to wish you a happy birthday. You're a true leader and innovator in the industry. You've been great to me and my company over the years, and I deeply appreciate that. There's not a finer gentleman in the security industry that I could think of working for. I'm like an older brother to you. I understand that now because I'm 3 years older. But I'm kind of the older brother that would like to borrow money from you or have a place to stay if my wife kicks me out of the house, or possibly co-sign on a note for me. You know, that kind of older brother. Kind you wish you never had. Anyway, in all seriousness, have a great birthday. I truly enjoy working with you. Most of all, I enjoy your friendship and the knowledge of the business and the way you've grown that company. Take care, my friend. Have a wonderful day. By the way, greetings from the Ohio State University. We deeply appreciate the talent you've sent our way. Thank you.
Hey Alan, this is Howie Weintraub down here in Pontotoc, Miami, Florida. It's an honor to have the opportunity to wish you a surprise 70th birthday. We have come to know each other since 1999, making this like 25 years working and enjoying a friendship for so long. You are moving quickly along and catching up to me on my birthday, but still ahead, a couple of years. You'll enjoy your birthday with your colleagues and your family and friends. I experienced on my own 70th birthday. It's a wonderful stage in life, and I wish you and your family, etc., all the best once again. Take care, my friend.
Happy birthday, Alan. They say age is just a number, but 70 is a pretty big number. That's 7 decades of laughter, learning, and leaving a mark in the world. Or in the security business, that equates to 613,200 billable hours. Since I've known you, I've always admired your dedication and love for your family and DSI. You treat DSI employees like family too. Your kindness and generosity have touched many people over the years. You wear many hats with extreme pride and success. Husband, father, grandfather, and chairman of the board. You have been a mentor and leader to many over the years. Your wisdom, dedication, wit, and let's not overlook your ability to take a nap in any conference room have truly been the secret to your success. You have created a legacy along the way. May the years ahead be filled with even more prosperity, laughter, and memorable moments. Wishing you nothing but health and happiness. Here's to you, Alan, my friend and valued business partner. Cheers.
All right, it says here I'm supposed to do a video to celebrate Alan's 70th birthday and talk about all the things I'm thankful for that he's given me. Besides the job when I was 21, I really can't think of anything else that he's given me. Oh, well, of course for my wife. So the job at 21 and my wife, but beyond that, I really can't think of anything else that he's given me. Well, yeah, my 30-year career, but again, the job at 21, my wife, and my career, but beyond that, and your career. So the job at 21, my wife, my career, and her career, but nothing really else. Our children, pretty sure I had something to do with that. But beyond that, there's surely nothing else. So come on. Okay, our dogs, but nothing else. You're responsible for that. Alan, we could sit here for hours listing all the things you've given us, so let us just simply say, Happy birthday. We love you.
Hello, Alan. Hope this is working. You know, being a child of the 70s, I'm technologically ignorant, but anyway, I got some help up here in Montgomery to try to figure this out, so hopefully this is working. But I just want to take a second to wish you a happy birthday on this momentous year that you're approaching, and just wish you congratulations, and wish Marty congratulations for putting up with you for so many years, and the fact that it's been 50 years now since we first met, which is hard to believe that we've made it this far, and you've done a tremendous job with your business. And Marty has done a tremendous job with the family that y'all have raised, I know you're just tremendously proud of your children, especially your grandchildren. Those are the most important. It's certainly a blessing and a pleasure to be around. So just congratulations on everything that you've accomplished. Congratulations on just being a friend to so many people, and particularly me. I really appreciate your friendship through the years, and look forward to many years to come and continuing our friendship together. So happy birthday.
I wanted to welcome everybody today to DSI YouTube channel. As most of you know, May the 16th, coming up in a couple weeks, is the Big Cheese's birthday. So we wanted to celebrate that. And I want to be one of the first to wish you happy birthday. And you know, traveling and doing as much as you do, I also got a gift that's going to help you with your mobility. And really look forward to it. I'll show it. We got you this new model here. I got you one of these new models. I thought that would work real well for you, since you're traveling from office to office. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button.
Alan, happy 70th birthday. Hope you have a wonderful celebration of this momentous occasion. I was asked to give a favorite memory of you, and I guess that is one of my most favorite memories is when we were in Savannah for the Malone wedding, and we were out to dinner on Thursday night before the wedding, and you got up and went over and laid a sloppy lip kiss on Dan Denny. And the look on Dan's face of surprise, and then it probably turned to it looked like maybe a little bit of pleasure, was priceless. And that was such a great memory. And I was also asked to say my most valuable lesson and that I've learned from you, and in all seriousness, you've always treated people in the way you always have wanted to be treated, and you've always been so kind and such a great friend, and you and Marty both have been such great friends, and it's watching you and the way you treat people from all walks of life has been inspiring and a valuable lesson. So on this day, on this great occasion, wish you a very happy birthday, and hopefully we can have many more years of creating more memories together.
Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you for being the most wonderful father in the whole world. Couldn't have asked for a better dad. Growing up, you have coached us, you've prayed with us, you've loved us, you've given us every opportunity in the entire world, and I can't thank you enough for being there always for us. As you were growing the company, you never missed any of my games. You were always at our academic stuff, and that didn't go unnoticed. Just want you to know that we appreciate all that you've done for us, and we love you more than anything in the entire world. Happy 70th birthday. We love you, Big.
Love you, Big.
Thank you.
Alan, 70 years young. Obviously, you've had more favor than me. My first 35 years, I lost my hair. And your 70 years, you've maintained a head full of hair. So God blessed you and richly blessed you on that one. Some events that took place the year you were born. The words "under God" was actually added to the Pledge of Allegiance. Alabama and Georgia played to a 0-0 tie, and Alabama, just as a side note, had a losing year that year. First electric drip coffee maker was made the year that you were born. The year that you turned 70, the main event for this year for us Georgia boys is Nick Saban quit his job. So hopefully in the future, you can utilize some of those comments that Kirby Smart says, his quotes. Of course, you may have to redact a little bit of information, but I doubt you'll do that. You'll stick with an executive. Seriously, Alan, we just wanted to say thank you very much for allowing us to celebrate your birthday with you for the last 26 years. The Sanders family would like to thank you for having such an impact on our family, for being the person that you truly are and one of the greatest men that I know. You have truth, you have integrity, and you have commitment. All of those describe exactly who you are. So, looking forward to celebrating many more birthdays with you. Thank you for your friendship, your kindness, and leadership, and may God continue to richly bless you. Happy birthday, Alan.
Alan, I want to wish you a very happy and blessed birthday and to thank you for being an amazing mentor to my husband and a true friend to our family. Happy birthday, Alan.
God bless.
Happy 70th birthday, Alan. Man, where's the time gone? You've always been the greatest big brother a guy could have. Even as a snotty-nosed, bratty little brother, you always included me in everything that you did, which made me feel significant and secure. You helped me socially, you helped me in sports, you helped me spiritually, you taught me how to be a leader. You helped me academically. Well, maybe not academically, but nobody's perfect. But the bottom line is, you always have, you always will be my best friend. Happy birthday, Big Al. Love you.
Before I say what I prepared to say, my wife looked over this and cleaned it up quite a bit. And this is going to be the G version. I've known Alan for well over 50 years. That's an awful long time. But what's so amazing about this is that we still speak to each other. In fact, we get together quite often, generally around lunchtime. Alan will give me a call and say that he can't find anybody else to go to lunch with him but I. And of course I do. And then of course I wind up buying lunch, more times than not. But what we do is we go and we talk about the world's problems and how to try to solve them. I want y'all to know that the mature, confident person and boss you have sitting before you today was not always this way. I wouldn't go as far as to say that Alan in school was homely. Let's just say he lacked confidence, especially when it came to girls. I always had to help him find a date, and to help him along, we double dated quite often. Alan, remember those times of plugging in those 8-track tapes with playing music like Tom James and the Shondells? I Think We're Alone Now and Crimson and Clover. Man, those were good times. But then comes graduation from Dothan High School in 1973 and on to the University of Alabama. There I began to notice that Alan's confidence was growing. And maybe it's because the women in Tuscaloosa didn't know what the women knew in Dothan. Then he met a beautiful lady from Mississippi, eventually making the best sales job of his life, convincing Marty to marry him. The rest is history. They have 3 great children, all waiting for their inheritance, especially the Alabama football season tickets. My boys are waiting on the same thing. Alan, how is it that we're the same age, but yet I look so much younger than you? Anyway, today is your day. 70 years old. Hearing that just sends chills up and down my spine. You're as good a friend as I have. I am thankful for our relationship and would not trade it for anything in the world. I love you, man. Oh, and one more thing. Being as how we're such good friends, can you loan me some money?
Alan, when I get to be as old as you, I hope I'm so popular that I have to have a podcast or webcam video to wish me a happy birthday because I'm so popular. I guess you think you're Beyonce or Little Kim or someone. But no, here's to wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And you have been and continue to be a mainstay at DSI and have created an immense legacy. And I just appreciate you letting me be a part of it. Happy birthday.
Alan, they tell me you're 70 years old. I keep wondering if Alan Clark is 70 years old, how old am I? Pretty old. That means I've known the Clark family so many years. Your mother and daddy were so kind to me, had lunch for me in the jail, traveled with me. And you have made a remarkable life in Dothan and your family. You meant so much to so many people. Your whole family has reached out to everyone. You've been such a great citizen in this town. I'm proud to know you. Happy 70th birthday, Alan.
Hi, Alan. It's Jim from Chicago. I hope you're doing well celebrating 70 years. My goodness. Thank you so much for the contributions that you've made and your organization. You've surrounded yourself with an incredible group of individuals. I know our friendship has been forged over the years, and we've had a chance to enjoy a cigar or two. Certainly hitting 70 years is another reason for us to reconnect, either near you or in Chicago. But we'd love to have that opportunity. And again, thank you. Hope your birthday is whatever you want it to be, and wishing you all the best and many more. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Alan from Texas.
Yes. Brother, we just want to share some special moments we've had in our life together. We've had many. Like the time we were out in the backyard hitting balls and baseballs to you, flowers and flowers and brown balls. And the time we all ran out the front door when you choked on that fish bone. But most of all, I hope that you've learned a long life's journey to appreciate each and every day. Feel honored to be your older sister, and happy 7th birthday. Love you, brother.
Yeah, good buddy. I tell you, I was told that this needs to be not X-rated. It's a family hour, so I'll keep it clean for a little while. I just want to make sure everybody understands that AB and I is the one that started this company a long time ago, because I've been married into it now for about 54 years. So I knew Alan when he was 15. And AB always called me to find out what was going on. I was going between college and Air Force. So I started over there at the power plant getting that thing going, and then I left for the Air Force, and AB kept calling me wanting to know how to manage the company, and I'd talk to him a little bit, but then I said, why don't you hire Alan? He said, Alan, he doesn't even know what a furrow is. And I said, that ain't got nothing to do with anything. Just go ahead and hire him. He'll probably do okay. I got confidence in him. And you see the results. He did pretty good without me, which I was surprised. But anyway, Alan, we love you, bud. You're a good man. We're proud of you, and you did a great job. Have a great 70th birthday.
Alan, congratulations on turning 70. That's a big number. I beat you by a couple of months, so I can definitely relate to getting older as we are. Anyway, I hope you have a great birthday. Stay healthy, and I think by now you should be able to afford a new pair of, what were they called? Stacey Adams shoes, I think they were. Go out and buy yourself a new pair of shoes, my friend. God bless, and many more years.
Alan, happy 70th birthday. I hope today is a terrific one for you, and I hope that you have many, many more to come, buddy.
Hey Dad, it's Devers, your favorite son. I want to wish you a happy 70th birthday. Thank you for everything you've done for, of course, our family and for DSI. I've enjoyed working with you for the past 15 years and really look forward to the many years to come. As I'm kind of thinking through some things to talk about, I look back and some of my first memories here at DSI were cutting grass here on the offices, with picking up trash, throwing away trash, throwing away dirty urine cups, cleaning some of these toilets around here, disgusting toilets, and the various things we had to do between school and after school during the summer here for below minimum wage. Look back all the years we've been legally and illegally working for DSI, how much the company's grown and evolved into what it is today. I think one of the testaments to you as a great leader are some of the faces that have been here for 15 plus years since I've been here. That shows just how much of a good person, leader you are, and how much you care about people. That, I think everybody would agree to that. One of the important lessons I've learned from you, through the years, obviously from growing up with you till today, is to make sure, to acknowledge everybody and to talk to them, to make sure everybody feels important, right? Everybody wants to be wanted, needed, accepted. And I think that's an important lesson that I've tried to practice every day. Not perfect at it, but I do remember that, and we talk about it quite a bit, is treating everybody with respect. I think it's really important to do that and to make sure acknowledge people. Again, thank you for everything you've done for us and our family. It's been a great time, 15 years working directly with you. Obviously, being your son for this, I'll be 40 this year, you'll be 70. So being your son for 40 years, it's been an incredible experience. And wish you a happy birthday, and thank you for everything you've done. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Alan, and welcome to the 70s Club. We're glad you're still here amongst us. Do you realize our relationship has gone back 35 years, half our lifetime? It's truly been a blessing for us and our families. And I do glean a couple of things about you that hold true today. You love people, and you have so many friends, and you love this city. Case in point, you saved my daughter's Christmas in the 90s when you knew the shop owner that could open up on Christmas Eve. And then you involved me with the Coca-Cola plant and the renovation. Oh, what tenacity you had to take on that task. It was amazing, but you did it for the community. We thank you so much, and we wish you the best going forward, and let's celebrate in 2034. Thank you, brother.
Hello, Alan. This is Bob Perry, your friend from North Carolina. Alan, it's a real honor to be selected to say a few words about your 70th birthday. You're a great friend, and you're well respected. Alan, as you know, I talk to a lot of security guard companies, owners in the industry, and most of them can't wait to say bad things about their competitor. But the one thing that I really admire about you and your company is the fact that now that you've grown to be a major force in the industry, you spread out all from the East Coast to the West Coast. You've become very well known, and the unique thing about you and your company is that I never hear anybody say anything bad about DSI or Alan Clark. All your competitors have a lot of respect for you. They admire what you've done. You've taken a small company that was handed over to you by your parents, and you've made it a major security force out across the country today. Alan, I know that you have a lot of plans ahead for DSI, and I know you do well. And again, I really appreciate the opportunity to wish you a 70th birthday, and looking forward to see you at the next association meeting. Goodbye, my friend. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.
Happy birthday, Alan. They sent out an email and said that they were going to have a tribute to you for your 70th birthday. And two things came to mind. First one is, from looking at the picture, I was really surprised you're only 70. And the second thing that came to mind was, you're an inspiration to all. Because if they'll have a tribute for you, there's hope for everyone. Happy birthday, old man.
All right, question number one. I forgot what it was, but share a favorite memory of the time that you spent with Alan. Thought about this one quite a bit. Had a hard time really narrowing down any one thing, so it's really more of an answer of a lot of them. So all the different events, all the different things that we've had as a company, the amount of time that we spent on the road, different trips, different traveling, different places, and just seeing the interaction with customers, seeing the interaction with everyone. And so specific events, I'm not going to try to embarrass you because I don't really have a super cool story to give out. I'm sure there'll be several more of those on this reel. And then the other one is, what's a lesson that you've learned from Alan and being around Alan? And and you know there's been several, just to be honest with you. Alan, you've really helped me with a great understanding and a clarity of how simple it really can be of just doing what you say you will do. And I still fail at this, and it's something that's made me better as I've been here, trying to achieve it. And as simple as it is, I've seen the leadership, I've seen the guidance, I've seen the follow through from you and from your family for that. And to be able to see it actually in action and seeing the success that it's brought you and your family, and that it's helped with my relationships and my customers and my family is invaluable. So for that, I do thank you. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned from hanging out with Alan. That and some other cool things that we can't really talk about on the video. So have a great one. Happy birthday. Thank you for all that you do for us and this company.
Happy birthday, Pops. Number 70, hard to believe. Appreciate all you do for us as a family and all you've done building this company to where we are today, and excited to take this thing to another level and hope to make you proud in all that we do. So love you very much. Thank you for everything. Happy birthday.
I'm totally shocked. Y'all shot me before. This is about far out. See all these folks here that, I appreciate it. I am shocked. But, you know, I am getting old. I realize I'm getting old with it. But life is good. I must say, our industry is in NASCO. If you don't know, NASCO is the National Association of Security Companies, and where I've met technology and everybody here. It's not Jeff. Jeff was, we bought some software from him 1 year ago, all the time. And you're right, Mary Neal, I went up there with Claudia Clark, who I think Mary Neal was 15 years old, and I'll never forget that. She fell asleep in her office, and it's a night that, it was a great night that Elton John and Billy Joel were playing at the Madison Square Garden, face to face. You probably know this, but I said, we're gonna be there, I want to get some tickets. So I got some tickets. They were like pretty expensive for me, $10 a piece. More than that. They were very expensive. But you know, where's Mary Neal? But the other night, I saw a Billy Joel special on CBS, I think it was. And I remember that night, Mary Neal was 15, and I was dancing with my daughter. I want to drive at this, but dance with her, 50 years old. How long my life was dance with my daughter in the aisle, Madison Square Garden, the Elton John and Billy Joel. Great time. Life is good, thank you.